The music news for the streets, the music news for your beats, the news for the music stuff that you gonna need. We gon' talk about plugins, we gon' talk about gear. If it's news on this music, we gon' talk about it here. Let's go.
Welcome to the music news for the streets. I'm your anchor man, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. And in today's newscast, we have all kinds of exciting stories from 6 freebies. I've got some solid deals for you guys today. We've got an absolute shocker from Sequential, but our top story today comes from Native Instruments. It looks like Native Instruments has added a new addition to their session libraries. For their session bassist, they've just added upright bass. Let's take a look here at the story. So as you guys can see here, upright bass is for Contact 7. It is for the full version of Contact 7. I don't have the price on this currently because I've got a beta version of this, but it basically sounds like this mixed in with some melodies and some drums. So here is what the bass sounds like by itself. A very solid bass. As we look here, you're going to get control over like vibrato, bend. You get some different controls over your presets over here. As you look here at the bottom, you get control over different patterns, so you can set up different patterns to play. You've got bass settings, so you've got settings over your microphones, your DI signal, your muted notes, resonance, noise, and your intonation. I always say that incorrectly. And then you have your amps and your effects over here, so you can add different amps and different effects and stuff just like this. As you can see, there's a bunch of different options for you to choose from. And then next to that, you have playback settings right here as well. So let's go ahead and listen to some of the presets here for upright bass. So we're just going to come over here and we're going to kind of listen to some of the patterns. So boom, if I click on this right here, these are all patterns. So I'm just going to kind of click down on these so we can hear what some of the patterns sound like. So just an overall solid upright bass in my personal opinion. I'll leave this link below in the description so you guys can check this out. Sorry again that I don't have a price for it, but if you're looking for a pretty good bass guitar plugin, this could be the one. All right, guys, and then up next for you guys today, I've got 3 freebies for you guys today. All 3 of these plugins, they come from Spectral Plugins. We'll go over them briefly. They're all really, really solid plugins, though. They're definitely some freebies I'd recommend going to grab. The first one that we have here is called OCS 45. This one right here is basically a tape emulation, so you get wow, flutter, different noises and distortions on the plugin. Not bad at all. Next, we have Panks. Panks is a transient shaper, so this allows for you to make your drums basically slap a little bit harder. And then the last one that we have is called Spacer, and this is a multi-effects delay and reverb plugin. So let's go ahead and hop into FL Studio and check these things out. So the first one that I have is this OCS 45. So as you see here, it's got a pretty nice looking GUI. All of these are only going to be free for a limited time as well, so I want to make sure I mention that. But this is what the beat sounded like before I threw the OCS on there. Now I'm just gonna throw this over the whole entire beat. I know I would typically throw it on different sections. So I would throw it on melodies and then I would throw it on drums so that they're all mixed differently. But for the sake of today's demonstration, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. You can hear the hiss noises when I did turn it on. But this is what one of the presets sound like. So then as you can see here, you've got wow and flutter and you got noise. So I'll just briefly go through these, you know what I'm saying, as I push play. So as you can see there, you can get the little tape effect going pretty quick. Something that I forgot to mention is that you have different kind of cassette types over here, which is a nice feature. You have distortion down here, you have dropouts, so you can control the dropouts, and then you have cassette settings here as well. So we'll just go through a few of the presets. So this is pretty solid. Like I said, it's got different kind of distortion types. So you have tube, you have diodes, you have soft clip, saturation, and downsample. So pretty solid. You also have this quality control over here too, which is nice. So you can just do a whole lot with this. I'll go ahead and go through a few of the tape types for you real quick too as well. So as you can see, those give you a little different flavor too as well. All right, guys, and then the next free plugin that I have for you guys from Spectral Plugin is called Panks. When you open up Panks, it is going to look like this. This is basically a transient shaper. So I have this on some drums, and then this is what the drums sound like before I turn it on. You're going to see me click this little button right here, and then you'll hear the difference too as well. But this is starting off, and then I'll turn it on. So you can hear clear as day how it made those drums just basically cut through the mix so much more. I'll go ahead and I'll push play with the Panks off, and then I'll turn the Panks on. You'll hear the difference and just look at the green light over here, but this is with it off. So you can hear clear as day. It just makes those drums sound so much nicer. With this, what's cool about it is you can go between soft clip and limit. You can go multi-single mode. You have New York style compression right here. You've got a mix knob, presence, and air that you can add to this. So I have this on a drum bus right now, and we'll just mess with some of the controls so you can hear it. So you can just hear more of the transients. You can hear just more of the sounds, like the top end and the mids. And then, you know, obviously we can add some New York style compression, and it's just going to make the drums absolutely slam if I was to add more of that. All right, guys, and the last plugin that I have in this bundle from Spectral Plugins is called Spacer. When you open up Spacer, it is going to look like this. This thing is pretty fire. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. You know, as you see here, you've got a granular reverb, you've got a delay. Over here, you have a regular reverb. Down here, you have convolution reverb. You have another granular delay right here, and then you have just utilities right here. So you have all kinds of different delay and reverb sources that you can dial in to get some kind of unique sounds. So I put it on this guitar. The guitar sounds like this. And then once I threw spacer on there, I got it to sound like this. So as you can see there, I can change it to sound. We can go through some of the presets. But this thing seems pretty dope. You know, you can add more grain size and feedback. It looks like Sequential has decided to discontinue an absolute classic of a synthesizer, the Sequential Prophet X or Prophet 10. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the story. So as we see here, Sequential Prophet 10 discontinued. It's a sad day as Sequential announces the end of the Prophet X. We'll be waving goodbye to the new Prophet X units. Sequential Prophet 10 or Prophet X is often thought of as an analog synthesizer company, thanks to its groundbreaking Prophet 5 and others in the Prophet line. However, that line has historically included some digital synths. So unfortunately, Sequential broke the news via their Facebook page, and this is what they had to say. Sequential stated that the 2018 synth will no longer be available after the current stock runs out. Since its debut in 2018, the Prophet 10 has been a constant source of sonic adventures for musicians around the world, blending the warmth of analog synthesis with the endless potential of sampling. The post went on to state that the reason was due to component shortage. So that's the reason why everything is stopping. But if you were looking to get yourself a Prophet 10 or a Prophet X, now would be the time. I will also state this, that the value of this synthesizer will definitely go up here in the future. All right, guys, and up next, I've got a couple more freebies for you guys today. It looks like Soundware Inc. is dropping free plugins for us for a limited time only. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the story. So as we see here, Soundware Inc. releases free Ties and Vibe plugins for a limited time only. I've covered both of these in the past. Ties is a Rompler, and it's got a bunch of different good sounds in there. The only fault that it really has is that the GUI has an issue with resizing. Sometimes it just gets too big and you have to keep clicking in, and then you have to restart the application in order to make it shrink. Vibe is a very solid multi-effect plugin. So I didn't re-download Ties, but again, it is a good Rompler. But I did re-download Vibe. Let's go ahead and check it out. So as we see here, Vibe is pretty solid because it's a multi-effect plugin that has reverse on there. You can control the speed of the reverse. It's got a low pass, a high pass filter. It's got lo-fi effects, and then it's got a gating effect. And then as you see here in the middle of the plugin, it's going to have your mix knob. So basically I put it on this guitar. This is what the guitar sounded like without Vibe on there. All right, but then once I threw some Vibe on there, I got it to sound like this. So as you can hear, it's got the reverse and everything going. We'll turn off the reverse for just 1 second so you can just hear the lo-fi effect. Then I'll turn the gating effect up as well. So pretty solid. This is really good on like synths and stuff like that as well. Then you have filters over here that you can mess with too. And then don't forget, you can turn this reverse on and start messing with this as well. So as you can hear, it's giving it all kinds of different crazy effect with the gating, with the reverse, with the halftime reverse, with the lo-fi effect on there, all that stuff. It just sounds good. So I would recommend checking this out. I'll leave the link below for this in the description. You do have to follow the link in order to get it, but I'll leave it below for you. All right, guys, and then up next for you guys, I've got some deals for you guys today. So I've just got a few deals for you. The first deals that I have for you guys are from Zounds. If you don't know who Zounds are, Zounds is a great place for you to get gear, especially if you're a musician and you are on a budget. Because if you don't have the money for it right now, you might be able to get it on a payment plan with no credit check. So yeah, Zounds is that place. But currently Novation has a bunch of stuff on sale over here, and all this stuff you can get without a credit check. So if you've been needing a keyboard, you can get yourself a Launch Key for $189 on sale right now. They've got the Novation 49 on sale. They've got some FL Key keyboards on sale as well. A bunch of launch boards, but just a bunch of keyboards and stuff on sale. Definitely recommend getting over here and checking that out. There's also a deal over here on Yamahas. So as you can see right there, I have a Yamaha Modi X6. I absolutely love it. But these are on sale right now. So they have some Modi X's on sale. They've got the 6 and the 7, both $150 off. And then you'll see here, they got the Modi X8 for $200 off. Also have another deal coming from Plug-in Boutique, and Korg is having their spring sale. So you can currently get up to 59% off a bunch of stuff over at Korg. Definitely recommend it. I mean, they've got the MS-20 on sale for $49, the Wave Station on sale for $49, a bunch of other good stuff. Just definitely some stuff I'd recommend checking out. All right, guys, and the last story that I have for you guys today comes from Kilohertz. It looks like Kilohertz has just added a new freebie to the collection for us called Shaper. Let's go ahead and check out the story. So as we see here, Shaper is basically a free distortion plugin. You get a few different distortion types. You get drive, you get DC filter and mix controls with this bad boy. It is for the Essentials collection. So if you grab this, you can add it to your Essentials collection and basically have all of the free plugins that you need for effects. So basically that's what I got for you guys today. Let me know below in the comments section if I could help you out. Hopefully I could help you guys out with some freebies today, maybe some deals. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time I bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you. 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 Appreciate you guys' time as always. Signing off as your anchor man. Sum. Hit the keys. Until next time. Peace.
Sum, hit the key.